And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. This is a 3 versus 3 on the settlement of Cath. And as you can see, the desert legionaries of Macesali are marching out to war. We've got ourselves a little bit of a sally out here for Macesali, but not the kind that you usually see. This is not a sally out of chariots, or Numidian noble, or Numidian light infantry, or, gosh, what are their cav called? The Numidian light cavalry, I think is what they're called. No, this is a sally out of desert cohorts and Numidian noble infantry. Looks like what their plan may be is to set up here along the, this little, like, village thing right here, the slums, with a little bit of slinger support from the walls. So, like I said, this is a 3 versus 3. We are in the settlement of Cath. For the attackers today, we have got the person who sent this in, Ushia Madara, as Nervii here with the yellow borders. We've got Egypt being commanded by Mr. D Dash, I think is what it is. Then finally, we've got Rome being commanded by K Willie. Now, for the defenders, we can't see everything, but we've got Macesali being commanded by Hippotaptalat. We're going to call him Hippo. We've also got, I believe, Sparta being commanded by Lewis Scott. And finally, we've got ourselves somebody who did something naughty. We have got Macromani, which is not a Grand Campaign faction, being commanded by Rusty Saloon. And, while sometimes people will allow things like glitching in factions, the player who sent this in said that that was not allowed. So we've got ourselves someone doing something they're not supposed to be doing. So Macromani, if you don't know, is basically Sparta, but Sparta from, I think, Rise of the Republic, if I remember. Or not Sparta. Why did I say Sparta? It's Swaby, but from, I believe it's Rise of the Republic Swaby. So they get things crazy like 160-man Berserker units, which in Grand Campaign, Berserker units are only 80 men. Got armored Germanic swords taking on Galatian Royal Guard already in the mix. That's what I like to see, hitting with the big guns early. Just kind of looking around here for a minute. We also have a Royal Thorax sword already in the mix. Now, I think this is on Ultra Funds, if I remember correctly. I mean, we already see 3 Galatian Royal Guards and 2 Royal Thorax, so yeah, it's got to be on Ultra Funds. Maybe even a little bit more than Ultra. Spear Brothers going in. Spear Brothers, like majority of spears in this game, are not very good. Not really worth it. Spear units are very underpowered in Rome 2. Nervii basically putting all of his attention to the Macesali flank here. But to be honest with you, he doesn't really need to. You know, they could definitely condense their formations, keep a couple units watching, but continue to attack. You know what I mean? In the end, you have to push. Think about it this way. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 units that are occupying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 units. Remember, you gotta keep your push going. This side might be a bit tough of a push by yourself. You may want to consider just going in with the rest of your teammates. They also used deployables. Some people allow that in their games. We got the stone beds. That will slow charges when they go through. And you have caltrops. Caltrops will kill cavalry. Royal Thorax swords and Galatian Royal Guard already breaking through. Got armored Germanic swords going to try and stop them. Praetorian Guard on the wall. I think fighting more of those armored Germanic swords. Got some archer fire coming in. Looks like they're going after the mercenary Cretans. They're getting some kills. Mercenary Cretan is a 108. Now look at this. Macromani actually kind of pushing Rome back into his breach. We got the Berserkers coming in now. So they have come in. They did not use their ability, and they have not gone out of control yet. So we have Berserkers versus Praetorian Guard. Classic there. You got the classic Berserkers and the classic Praetorians. Praetorians are a very good unit. We also have a Scorpion around here somewhere. I can hear it firing. Well, maybe not. The Germanic Ballista is firing at something. It's got 46 kills. Looks like he's hit some stuff out here. Then up on the wall you can see we've got 3 Rhodian slingers. Lots of slingers for Sparta. Praetorian Guard, 113 out of 160. You got artillery coming in, I believe. Is that yeah, so the Celtic Onager, they brought a movable Onager forward. So they stopped their attack on the right here. They've actually kind of pulled back a little bit. Egyptian infantry now running. Got these units here. So I think Sparta broke the range rule too. Cretans, 3 Rhodians. So 3 Cretans and 3 Rhodians. So you have 6 range units for Sparta. Usually the rules are 1, 2, 4, which is 1 artillery, 2 pikes, and 4 ranged units. They do have a pretty good angle right there, though it is still shield side. There's the headhunt for the Glacial Guard. Desert Legionaries 1-to-1 can't take this, but with that archer support, they might be able to win this fight. Wow, Sparta and Macromani really shoving Rome back. Artillery still coming in. We've got 124 on the Roman Ballista, and then 55 on the Celtic Onager. Once again, Nervi, I really just think kind of wasting his time here. We do have 2 Citizen Cav from Sparta out there, though. Yeah, I just think he's committing way too many units to 4 units of enemies. This is becoming a little bit of a problem. They've lost a lot of the, initiative and push that they had originally going. Evocati's now in. Praetorians 112 kills, legionary cohorts. Okay, we've got Rally. It's a lot of artillery coming in. I think they're targeting the Royal Spartan. Macromati's range units are running. Brought noble woman archers. And now the Spartan Rhodian slingers are now getting off the wall. Well, obviously there's Praetorian Guard in their midst. There's going to be a lot of Rhodians that are about to get slaughtered. I wonder, Royal Spartan, is he going to get on the wall? I think he might just set up here. God, their relentless artillery fire. Honestly, I think it's a little bit of a waste of ammo. They are hitting the general, and I get that, but they think they're really taken away from some really good shots. They're aiming at one singular unit, you know what I mean? When their range, it's pretty big. But they could get much better clumped units than this. Nervii going in with some Oathsworn now, facing some Royal Spartans in the midst of a breach. Fight, men! Fight to the last man! That should be... It's going to be a bit tough. You got Spartan pikes here, too. Oh, here we go. Misacely and Nervii going after it. Oathsworn charging, noble spears. And then I think that was a fierce sword there. They have counter cavalry tactics, but not expert charge defense. And here we go. We've got heavy or mighty horse and noble horse going to take on citizen cav. Citizen cav are going to lose that handily. Mighty horse turn to charge the desert cohort. It's probably not a bad idea. The noble horse with the fierce sword's probably going to be able to take both citizen cav. Noble horse is one of the best, very heavy melee cav in the game. The mighty horse getting a charge off at the noble or at the desert cohort, but probably not going to survive that. Citizen cav actually breaking through the lines, charging into the Oathsworn. No shield wall from the Oathsworn. What are we, brothers? No, we're sisters. Gotta love a little bit of a cav fight there. The other desert or citizen cav, excuse me, is now gone. Mighty horse did survive. The noble horse 75 out of 80. We still have combat over here. Oathsworn, Desert League Jays are gonna lose that, but they're double teaming some poor Celtic units or Celtic warriors here. I think Nervii got caught out a little bit. I think he left himself a little too far out by himself. So you got this counterattack from here as well as that attack from the sally out units. So the noble horse charging into the desert cohort. I don't know that I would be doing that. Your general is still valuable here, and you're really risking dying. Fierce Sword's very tired, but they're going to go charging in. Mighty horse 15 kills. There's a jabby toss from the desert cohort. No frenzy. 92 kills. Desert cohort kind of got a little bit out of position there. Now look at this. Rome getting some progress in here. Got Berserkers holding back. Is that 2 Praetorian Guards? Well, kind of one-ish. 192 on one. 50 on the other. And then Praetorian Cavalry coming in, kind of pushing through some Berserkers here, Rome. Berserkers 148 kills with 2 chevrons. This one's out of control. He's got 259 kills on that one. Wow. Just kind of taking a look around. Get you some cinematic shots, you know what I mean? Praetorians taking on Heroes of Sparta now. Praetorians are going to win that in the end. So the Legionary, or the Praetorian Cav, excuse me, is getting some good charges. He did get hung up a little bit, which is unfortunate because there's a lot of range back there he could get with his Cav. Germanic Noble Bodyguard coming out. So this is the Macromani General now. He doesn't have a very consistent line, though. You know what I mean? They've got ways that they can get around him and pinch him, or just take that cavalry around and get the range units. Now this does not look good. As far as we can see, there is nothing here. That's even peeking around the corner, there's nothing there.
We are gold!
Nervii did get in with some units. He got a fierce sword charged here. He's got to be careful though. He's got a Spartan pikeman sitting right on him. Then we got the Egyptian archers here. They look like they might be looking to get some shots right here, I bet. Oh, and then a good shot there by Nervii. Sparta did come out. He's got a couple Royal Spartans out here outside of the settlement. They're kind of by themselves. So in the end, they're kind of getting swarmed by a bunch of Nervii. They can't really get into this breach right now. There's 2 pikes in the breach. So the player who sent this in told me about the Macromani glitching in, but there's been a lot of other what usually would be rule breaks in. I think that's 3 pikes for Sparta. 1, 2, 3 units of pikes. Got Oathsworn getting up on the walls now, and there's really nothing there to stop them. Balance power is pretty well in the attacker's favor. We have Oathsworn in the settlement, a bunch of Roman cavalry now running around. Macromani over here is basically out of it. They're basically gone. Obviously, the Berserkers will fight to the end. The Germanic Noble Bodyguard got 2 chevrons. I don't think they started with chevrons. I don't remember them having any earlier. See, 147 on the Onager, 179 on the Ballista. I wonder, the Egyptian units, yeah, they're out of ammo. That's unfortunate, because those pikes are going to be a pain. Well, actually, the pikes look like they're going to break. Some Galatian Royal Guard got behind them, but then Desert Legionaries getting behind them. Using formation attack, which is pretty much always a no-no. Oathsworn 55 kills taking on Desert Legionaries. Nothing through this breach, which is probably smart. Careful with those thorough spears. You don't want to javvy down your own general. So it looks like they are about to break through this area here. Spartan pikes are trying to get out, I guess. But look at that. The reinforcements on their way. They have completely blown through. The Roman general coming forward. He's going to capture one of these points. Where'd the rest of their cav go? Did it break? That's unfortunate. So Cath, the capture point is here. Still got a couple units they need to break. I just heard artillery. Who has artillery to fire? There's still units over here. We've got a Scorpion. We've got some Legionaries. Obviously the Pikes. I think what you really should be doing, you need to be going back to the point. No. Don't advance, because you guys don't have enough to hold the rest. You need to turtle up around the final cap point. Oathsworn moving up now. Now the masses of the attackers moving forward. Desert Legionary going to break, probably. Scorpion, 12 kills now. They're going to leave all this stuff way out of position. They should have retreated it to the point earlier. Tribal Slingers, triple chevron. To be honest with you guys, with range units, there's really no point to chevroning them more than once. All you get are some like melee buffs, which you don't really need. When you give them one chevron, it'll usually up their shots per minute, but that's about it. Which is not bad, especially depending on how good your shots per minute already is. You might make it significantly better by chevroning it, but majority of the time, one chevron is all you really worth needing to do. Royal Spartan's going to hold the flank over here, allowing the Pikes to stay in a place they don't need to be in. They need to leave. Like, what they should do is leave the Armored Numidian Spears to hold the gap for a minute, then take these units and GTFO. Get back to the point and defend what you need to defend. Because what you need to defend is all the way over here, and your units being here aren't really helping you that much. Glacier or Royal Thorax Swords chasing down a depleted Desert Legionary. Now they're running away again. The Scorpion's still shooting. It's 23 kills now. They took one of their pikes and set it up in the place they don't need to be in. You've got Praetorians attacking here. Once again, using formation attack so they're not folding in on this unit to kill it. Balearic Slingers back there too. They look like they barely fired a shot. The Legatus has taken a decent chunk of damage to 22 out of 40. Got Praetorian Guard now getting double teamed by a desert cohort, 2 desert cohorts. What you should do is you should engage with one and jabby with the other. One over there. Well, got a couple jabbies in. That's good. Now maybe he slings in. No, he can't. He can't give up his formation. Can't give up his formation because once again they don't have enough troops because they have a bunch of troops doing something they don't need to do. Like this Desert Legionary all the way over here just probably doesn't need to be here. All this stuff doesn't need to be here.
What do we say?
Kind of a waste of troops there, unfortunately. I actually thought that these guys were all going to charge, but they stopped. Looks like they have some jabbies to use, some Pila. Damn pillars stopped it. Desert Cohort, 45 kills, 80 men left. 132 on the Praetorian Guard with 92 men left. Slingers are slinging now. Glacier Road Guard with 181 kills and 109 men left. 2 chevrons on it. So these are just Praetorians, not Praetorian Guard. Notice their helmets are a little bit different. Die, men! Die with honor! Strength and honor. Oathsworn probably going to make short work of this Desert Cohort over here. Once that Desert Cohort's gone, the floodgates are opened. Got the Numidian Noble Cap. All right, I can dig that choice. It's one of my favorite units. It's really, really good missile cap. They are very good in melee combat and with their javelins. Over here, Royal Spartan's now going to charge. Spartan Pikes, 39 kills. They got kills on something. Ah, and the Balearic Slingers have a shot at the Pikes now. 61 on the Scorpion. Oh, look what happened to you. Spartan Pike is now at 74 men. Man, I wonder what did that. I would suspect an archer, but I'm pretty sure the attackers are so out of ammo on their range units that I doubt it was them. Pila, maybe? I'm not sure. Well, somebody has archer ammo. Is that Cretans there, or? They must, maybe they still have ammo. 159 to 157 kills. That's really solid. And they still have ammo. Royal Spartans 165, and they've only lost 40 men. Desert Legionary is 109. They don't have a whole lot here to fight this. You know, they've got some Thorough Spears that can help, some depleted Glacier Guard that could help, but they don't have much to fight that flank anymore. Oathsworn behind the pikes. Where the hell did they come from? Was that the one that was on the wall? I thought they died. Yeah, that pike's in a lot of trouble. Pike 73 out of 160. Royal Thorax Sword General for Egypt is now in combat. Armored Numidian Spearmen trying to hold back the forces of evil. The Oathsworn making progress. That fight is actually a lot closer than I thought it would be. Slingers now 45 kills. And the archers, one of them's out. And they're both out. Okay, archers are out of ammo now. Now you got Praetorians and Oathsworn taking on these Desert Leecher. He's got the Noble Cab behind, but they aren't going to be able to do much there. They're fighting like madmen. Ow. That guy got like spun around. Oh my gosh, and this is all going to pieces here. 54 pike, 54 kills, 128 men left. The other pike is gone. Got the noble horse that is in the settlement, with the noble cavalry from Massacelee kind of teasing them. Pike here, attacked in the rear. I suspect we're going to have army losses soon. Yep, there it is, army losses. So here in just a minute, that is going to be a GG. The attacker's pulling this one off. Army losses are just barely not kicking in, mostly probably because of this general right here being alive still. But even him, you see, is taking effects by that. I see a little yellow marker right there above the banner. See how this one's green? That's good. Yellow is not. 54 kills now in the noble cavalry. And I think that is going to be it. With the retreat of the final unit, the final general, that is a GG. All right, let's look at some kills here. So starting off as Mr. M Dash as Egypt, 2,295 kills. Pretty good all in all. A lot of his units actually still pretty healthy. Look at the Praetorian, or the Galatian Royal Guard just ripping it up. 250, 220, 265, and look at all those chevrons. We have Uchia Madara as Nervii with 2,857 kills, leading the entire game. You know, he kind of really got a chance to really rip up Massacelee pretty bad there with all of his Oathsworn. That's really what carried it, 262, 257, 224. And finally, as Rome, we have K. Willie with 2,484 kills. Cavalry actually ended up doing pretty good. The Honor Guard did pretty good, and the infantry all in all did really well. 213, 261, you know, really good across the board. For the defenders, we have Massacelee, Hippolotopot. Yeah, Hippolotopot as Massacelee, 1725. The slingers, you know, remember a lot of these chevrons were they were already on them. The infantry all did pretty solid. You know, maybe could have done a little bit better, but it's hard going up against Rome. Lewis Southcott. I think I said Lewis Scott before. I'm sorry. Lewis Southcott as Sparta with 1268. Honestly, I think just a little bit outmaneuvered here. And 1, 2, 3, 4 archers, 6 range. As far as I know, that breaks the rules. Moving on. Yait Rusty Saloon as Macramani with 2,144 kills. All in all, did pretty solid. Berserkers A couple of them did pretty good. 288's pretty solid. Some of them not so hot, but pretty good all in all. So that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and we will see you guys next time.